If you have arthritis or osteoarthritis and you love hiking, don't worry because your hiking adventures are not over. I'm going to show you the top 3 things you need to become really good at in order to keep hiking, because I promise you can. Okay, so when you are hiking, especially with arthritis, we are all about stability. So I'm actually doing this barefoot because this is gonna help train those small muscles in your foot. Once those are able to start working a little bit better, then it decreases the stress that our joints have to take in our knees, hips, low back, etc. So I would do this with socks. Just make sure you're not on a slippery surface, or bare feet if you can, or you can also try to do this in the shoes that you're going to be hiking with. So one of the first things that you have to master when trying to hike with arthritis is actually starts in your feet, and that is going to be single leg balance. And now I'm not just talking about standing on one leg, because standing on one leg is great, but we have to be able to actually master standing on one leg and then moving. So one of the things that you can do to help with that, first though, you want to master the basics, and that's just standing on one leg. If you have a hard time standing on one leg, let's focus on that first. You can start by just putting one foot in front of the other. That can be a good place to start. Master that, then master just the standing on one leg. And usually we're looking for about 10 seconds at least in control. So it's not any of this and then you finally make it to 10 seconds, you're standing in control. You might feel your foot moving, and that's fine, but you want to stand in control. Once you have that, one of the things that I always have people master is standing on one leg and then bending forward. In a nice controlled manner, your knee is slightly bent and you're just bending forward and standing back up. And I want you to at least master about 5 to 6, and then you'll switch to the other side. And I want you to take note if one side is harder than the other, if one side maybe is painful or anything like that too. Remember that, because that's the side we're gonna need to work on a little bit more. Now the second one is actually a lunge. Just a simple step back lunge. This can be problematic if you have knee arthritis, but one of the things, when you're climbing up hills, you need to make sure that you have enough strength to be able to push yourself and propel yourself up. Same thing going down, but now you're controlling that motion and then coming back up. So a lunge is actually something that a lot of people avoid, especially with knee arthritis, but we have to find a way in order to make it so it doesn't make our knees hurt or it doesn't flare up that joint pain. And one of the ways I want you to think about this, so you can use something to hang on to for support if needed, but I want you to focus on taking a step back, as far back as you can, even further than you think you do. Because a lot of times I see people just kind of take a short step, and then this puts a lot of strain on our knees. So I want you to take a large step back, and I want you to imagine someone's pushing your head straight down and up, down and up. So you're bending both knees and up. So we're not lunging forward, you're controlling on the way down and pressing, straightening both legs. That is another exercise to master, especially when you're tackling those hills. Now this third one stems from your feet too, because it all starts with those feet and ankles. If we can start to control some of that force and stress that's coming up, then it's gonna make our joints feel a lot better. And one of those is just a very simple calf raise. So that is just coming up on your heels, or lifting your heels up and then coming back down. So you're coming up on your toes. I always recommend hanging on to something for this one because it's not meant to be a balance exercise, and I don't want balance to be limiting how far you can go up, because I want you to try to go all the way up. Then once you tackle that, doing where you can handle about 20 to 25, then I want you to try a single leg where you're just crossing one foot over the other and you're lifting up on that foot as well. A lot of times we have calf tightness, ankle tightness, Sometimes you start to feel that like plantar fasciitis, that sort of thing. And so you want to make sure that not only are you strong on both feet, but that you're strong on one foot as well. And so we're looking for about 20 reps here, continuous reps. If you feel like you can only do 8 to 10 right now, that's fine. We want to keep slowly working up to 20. Because your calves are really going to kick in when that surface gets really unstable, rocks and all that kind of stuff. And so we need our calves to be in tip-top shape along with our balance and along with our single leg strength. So these are the top 3 things I need you to master if you want to tackle hiking with arthritis. And if you have not downloaded my Ultimate Arthritis Guide below, I would highly recommend you do that as well, because a lot of arthritis is also mindset. If you can get yourself in the right mindset, know the exact things about your arthritis that's going to help you continue hiking, continue your adventures, instead of limiting you to these things, then that is the key to success. So go ahead and download that Ultimate Arthritis Guide. I'm gonna put the link below. I also have a blog post below as well that talks about some of the benefits of hiking that you actually might not even know about, and they're awesome. And so click on that below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this is Alyssa with Keep the Adventure Alive, and I will see you next time.